shins. And just a little bit of stretching into these muscles right here that connect to our shin bone. Sometimes from hiking, we get shin splints. Ooh, those hurt. But if we can keep this movement of coming maybe up and down on the balls of your feet while you're doing dishes, that helps to stretch into those muscles and also into your calf, okay? So inhale here, lifting, exhale, pull back onto heels, 2 more, inhale. And now we're also just matching breath with movement. Bring it back. Now let's go ahead, extend our hands to our knees, bring our heart forward through our biceps. So let the chest and the heart pull through as we bend slightly into our elbows and lift the heart space up with a nice curve in that lumbar spine. Let's hold this for a few breaths. We can really experience what this feels like to be so open-hearted on the 1st of February. Any day we should feel open-hearted, and doing our yoga practice with these kinds of asanas really will help. And it just takes away that rounded, slumpish feeling that we can get from our daily activities. And then bring your spine back into neutral, where we stack everything up. Hands again can just be straight out on towards your knees again, depending on our anatomy. And then let's slide our hands down, maybe towards those shins that we worked a bit. Come to the balls of your feet and curl your chin towards your chest. Pull those shoulders down away from your ears. Feel your heavy head sinking lower. Feel everything rounding forward. Press with the balls of your feet energy into the earth. Feel that cat rounded spine. And then come on to flat feet. Sit up straight. And now let's take that dynamically, all right? So inhale, bringing ourselves forward. Exhale, coming and curling and rounding into self. Inhale. When you inhale, if you want, you can come onto those heels like we did earlier. And onto the balls of the feet as you exhale and bring yourself into cat. Let's do this for a little bit here. Maybe feeling yourself without forcing, just allowing gravity and allowing our breath in our body's weight to lift us up, coming into that opening a little bit deeper maybe, and also into our rounded cats, maybe a little more fully. Keep following your breath. Now take us through a practice today. Let's do 2 more sets here. Good. Bring yourself on up. Let's open up our arms and open up our mouth and look up. Breathe in. And take arms down. Keep mouth open. Breathe out. Chin to chest. Round forward a bit. Push those hands backward. Inhale. Open your mouth. Exhale. Keep that mouth open. Open mouth. Breathing for a few more, please. One more side. Sitting up straight and tall, come into mountain and let your mouth find each lip seal to the other. So that's really different. And I don't know about for you, but I really felt that colder air coming in and out. That's when we breathe or are asked to breathe through our nose so much to warm that breath, right? And to slow our breath down so we don't become hyper in our breath, right? But some of that was also just to kind of open that mouth. So just take your hands and start up at your cheekbone and begin some little circles there. And move those circles back towards your ear. And then down along your jaw. Taking your fingers towards the tip of your chin, and then press with your fingers and bring your hands back towards your ears so that you're trying to pull your cheeks up. And then release your hands and let them shake themselves out. Let's do another breath work with our mouths, okay? So we're going to open, we're going to keep our mouth closed. Breathe through our nose on an inhale, okay? And our arms are going to lift. On the exhale, we're going to breathe through our mouth and the arms will come down, okay? So breathe in through your nose, inhale. Open your mouth. And I'm keeping my back straight this time. Inhale through your nose. Open it up. Breathe in. Open and release. 2 more. Good. And then let's go ahead and take some circles with our shoulders. As you do, open your mouth and close your mouth. And take a little bit of a grit into your teeth. Open. Grit down a bit. Breathing through your teeth, kind of. 2 more. Maybe making a snake-like sound. Good. Let's slide on down, one hand down, let the other one come up the side of your body. Lift it up if that feels right for you. Stacking shoulders, one on top of the other. And then bringing yourself back into that neutral seated position. Slide on down, slide it on up. Elbow pulls up, then arm releases if you want, if your shoulder allows, right? And so, for instance, go ahead and bring yourself back up. Let's do that again. For Cheryl and her hiking, right? Or any of us that do hiking or some good walking. You're also using your arms, right? Or we should be using our arms. I don't want to say should. If we want more out of our walk and if we want more out of our balance, we're going to be using our arms. And so we also need to stretch them out as well. Let's do one more each side. Lift, really lengthen. Come on over. Especially anybody that power walks, right? You're taking those arms and you're bending them and you're taking your hands maybe into fists and you're really bringing and utilizing your chest wall and your arms, right? And we might not be doing that when we're hiking, but especially like if we're using a pole or something, right? We're utilizing that when we're going up and down to balance ourselves too. Good. All right, inhale. And exhale, right under left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bow. Bring it up on your inhale. Release, exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale, left under right. Yeah. And inhale, lift. Exhale, bow. When you bow, you don't have to come out of that straight spine. You can keep a straight spine. Let's keep reversing. Now I'm right under left. Inhale, lift. So I can come straight down only as far as my body allows. Or if you decide you're going to release your head lower than your heart, just be cautious when you're coming back up that you don't come up too quickly. Releasing and up, open up. So I'm building heat. We're building heat as we continue these movements of our arms, especially when we lift above our heads. Okay, inhaling. Let's do another couple sets here. Exhaling. Just remember to keep switching which arm goes under, which arm comes up. Use your breath. Whichever way feels right for you. But we inhale and we exhale. We bring ourselves up and inhale. We release, exhale, bring it up. And then let's just fly. Just fly those free wings. Exhale down, lift up in. Exhale, take it down. Let's work into the feet again. Come up under the balls of the feet when you lift. Come back down onto your heels when your hands come down. Lift on up, inhale. Exhale, take it down. Your exhale, your inhale. Maybe taking my head, looking up as I'm on the balls of my feet and looking down as I'm on my heels. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going, you guys. So that it becomes automatic. Your breath. Two more sets here. And coming on down. Woo. Let's rest here just a moment and breathe. Maybe feeling a lot of tingling going in our arms and even into our shoulders and our pecs, our chest area there. Okay. Let's do a little bit more. Inhale, rise. Exhale, pull it down into cactus this time, okay? Let's do 3 more like that. Inhale. And exhale, pull it down. Rising up. Bring it down. One more time. And pull it down. And this time, rise up. Pull down this way. Bring it on up. Exhale, pull it on down this way. 2 more. Equal opportunity, right? Fingers down. And fingers up. Rise on up. Bring your arms back down with those fingers down. And let's just do a little bit into our shoulders, into that trapezius, into our chest. And I don't know about you guys, but I am feeling this in my arms. It just tells me how much more I need to start doing. And then let them stay still. Lift one up, take it as back as far as you can, and take the other one back as far as you can, okay? Without necessarily moving our spines. And then take them in the opposite way, back, pulling back. We'll feel that in our chest and in our shoulders. Take them one more time. Let's switch both sides, pulling back, keeping spine straight, but just letting the arms bring our chest wall back a little bit more. Yeah. And then back up. Woo, lift up, inhale. And exhale. Let's take it on down. Good. All right, let's work into our legs a little bit and get a little bit of stretching into them and to our hip. So if you could come into this figure 4, great. Otherwise, take a block and build the blocks for your foot to be placed upon, okay? And let's sit up straight and tall in this figure 4 here. And from here, let's continue feeling that into our hip. And let's take a twist. Hold on to the bent knee. Take a long spine. Press down behind you and come into a twist, looking over that back shoulder. Feel this in the waistline. And slowly releasing out of that, coming back into center. And let's reverse. My hand comes to foot or ankle, hand behind me, and let me take that twist. Coming on back around. Stay really long in your spine. That's more important than the amount of twist you get in. And slowly releasing back to center. And let's take our weight forward, bend into your elbows. Just stay here if you like. If you want more, okay, only if. Go ahead and let your arms come over those shins. Let your whole body take its weight onto and forward here. You can let the chin come to the chest and your head release again, only if you desire a little bit more sensation in that outer hip, okay? Our hips do a lot of work all the time, but especially when we're hiking, okay? So glad you're doing that, Cheryl. Really good. And to be in a group, get you out, socializing out in fresh air, knowing different places of beauty around here. And then slowly bring yourself back up and find yourself seated nice and tall here. Let's take some circles with our ankle. Yeah. And let's reverse. And these ankle circles are really good for the calf and the shin too. Really simple to do, you guys, when you're seated at a desk, when you're seated watching TV, is to do some ankle circles or do some raises up onto the balls and back onto the heels, all right? Start to build all of those kinds of things into you. Take that foot off and take your hands underneath your thigh, okay? And hold on to that heavy leg, all right? And it can be low, it can be medium, it can be high. You guys figure out what's best for you. And let the foot drop. So we're not flexing, okay, pushing through the ball of the foot, we're just letting it go. And let's take some circles here, all right? And just take those circles in the circumference and the radius. I don't know, all those geometric terms. Take it as big or a little as you want to make those circles, okay? Let's go around, which reminds me of, Mark just told me circumference. Those spirographs that we used to use, I did when I was a kid. I love those things, making all those shapes and all the cool things you could do. And then just let your foot and leg, lower limb, just be heavy here, okay? Our arms are still working to start keeping that weight up. We're slightly, maybe a little slightly back, but mostly up on the sits bones. Here we go. And then from here, let's go ahead and start to extend that leg, holding on here. Again, you can be really low, okay? You can put your heel on a block and you can still get length there by pressing your heel into the block, okay? Or you can just push through your foot. Everybody, if you're pushing through your foot, engage the muscles around your knee and do not hyperextend your knee, okay? A little bend in that knee. Pull into those muscles, but you can still exaggerate and emphasize with strength through your leg, okay? And then go ahead and bend it again, place it on down, and let's just do a little bit of pitter-patter with our feet. Good. Let's go ahead and do the other side. So I'm gonna pick up the opposite foot and take it across in that figure 4 or down on that block. All right, you guys decide where that's going to be for you. Sitting up straight and tall, feeling into whatever we're going to feel here, flexing into this foot if you want to feel it more. All stages on the spectrum, okay? You guys figure out again, what does your particular body want today? All right, and then let's take hand to bent knee, press behind you. So you really grow first, grow, and then come into your twist, taking a look over that back shoulder. And slowly releasing, head comes back, torso comes back, and then I'm sliding hand down to my ankle or foot, and the other hand comes behind me. I grow first, press down, lift up, then I take that look back behind me. Slowly unwinding self, coming back forward, sitting up straight and tall here. Let's take some circles with our ankle. Hearing snaps, crackles, pumps, all that little kind of stagnant energy that wants to be released through movement. And our bodies are happy to be here today and to be moving and grooving. Speaking of moving and grooving, on the third Thursday, I believe, of the month, and now let's go ahead and pull your body forward. We're gonna have a little dance party at Vessel Health. It's a little surprise birthday party. You won't know who the person is till you get there, okay? We're gonna maybe have a disco ball, I don't know, but it should be fun, a little dance party. So look for that on the calendar, and if you can come, it's 5:30 to 6:30, and I'll have some little treats there. If you want, you can take your arms over your shins and release your head, only if you'd like to. Breathing here. Actually, I think that might be the 4th Thursday. You have to look at the date. It's on the calendar. It says Julie's Dance Party, okay? So please come or join us. Maybe I can Zoom it too. But always more fun if you can be there. Go ahead and start to bring yourself up slowly, okay? And I always remember with Lydia telling me, go ahead and let your foot come off and interlace opposite way. Those dance parties she went to where everybody had different earphones on with different lights or something. You have to tell us about it again afterwards. And you could choose the kind of music you would want. And then, and we'll just keep our leg and let's let it go up and down and back and forth here. You could choose the kind of music you want, but you're with headphones, and so you would go dance with the people that had the same light as you because they were listening to the same music. Nobody could hear anybody's music. I thought that sounds like so much fun. Yeah. So if you come that night, bring your own music that you like to dance to, okay? We'll have a variety. And then let's go ahead and make those circles. And you can take your foot and you can bring it into flexed or pointed, or just let it release and relax. And then this week, Wednesday, we have a group of people from Vessel Health and others that are going to be making different healthy snacks. Let's go ahead and bring that knee in a little bit more, and then let your leg come out. And maybe point or flex, or just keep it flexed, but remember to have those muscles around your knee nicely engaged with a little bend in that knee. So they're going to be making healthy snacks that people can make for Super Bowl time, I guess. Yeah. And then next Wednesday, and these are all be via Zoom, Facebook, and in person. And then next Wednesday, Viola and I are going to do human-to-human connection yoga. So you don't have to have another human present. You can do what we're going to do by yourselves, but we're also going to work with that connection, heart connection with another human being, or again, just with yourself, okay? And that will be the second Wednesday. Let's go ahead and bring it in and maybe bring it up a little bit into yourself. And the third Wednesday will be a charter course. I'm not sure what's going on with that yet. And the fourth Wednesday is going to be a learning. I believe Jennifer from our vessel program will be doing that. That's all I know right now. Go ahead and put your foot down. And from here, let's go ahead and go into Warrior 2, okay? So I'm going to take myself one side over, one foot pointed the same direction as the knee. The other can come into just being right out here, toes pointed towards me, mine towards you, okay? Either that way, or if you want, you can take it and lengthen that leg. And then you get maybe a little more stretch if you do that, and press down with your foot on the ground at any angle that that ankle feels comfortable with, okay? You find what's good for you. And our torsos are mostly facing one another with Warrior 2. We open up our arms like this, okay? And from here, we're just gonna take ourselves forward into our obliques, bring ourselves back into center, take ourselves back. Bring yourself here. And one more time, really reaching. Bring yourself back. And this last Saturday at the village, yeah. Bring yourself up. And then from here, let's take one arm, make a little round. And see, I'm kind of like rounding it here. And the other one's going to kind of mirror it. And then I'm just going to stretch over that way. And then I'm bringing myself up, and I'm going to stretch over back this way. And then bringing myself up, I'm going to reverse the other arm on top, kind of rounded this one, rounded here, stretch over one side. Oh, so Saturday, I took a little workshop on balance. Improving balance. I learned a lot. So I'm going to incorporate some of those things into this Thursday's balance, stretch, and strengthen class for any of you that might be able to come to that. Okay. This class was held over at 3B Yoga on Alameda. Really good little studio. Let's go ahead and open up our arms here. And now this is where you might want to use a block. I'm going to move over so you can see me a little better. So I'm going to pull myself over, and then either take your forearm to your thigh, that's perfectly fine. Take your hand down to a block, you might feel a little more into the twist that way. Arm lifts, and then the twist happens when you start bringing the shoulder back and looking up, but the gaze doesn't really add to the twist. It's the opening up of shoulder and a heart. But I should maybe take my gaze forward a bit so I don't lock into my neck, and maybe take it down also. Bring it back into center. And take this upper arm now, stretch it really far, all the way over. And keep stretching out that leg, however you've chosen, or if you have it bent, press that foot into the ground. Okay. And then bring yourself up, inhale. Beautiful. So that was extended side angle. This is Warrior 2. Now let's go into reverse warrior. So this, I go back, and then I take my hand to a block, or I take it to the leg of the chair, or I take it to my seat. Be supported, okay? And then take your body weight back and really open up in this beautiful, glorious way, all the way through that side of your body. And then bring yourself up. Arms release. And now take my right leg, or whatever leg it is, okay? I don't know if you guys chose your right one. Take that arm under, okay? And make your eagle arms. We've been here already. This time lift up, inhale. And exhale over to that front leg, bend. Inhale, you rise up. Swoosh yourself to and towards that extended leg or that bent leg. Remember, some of you have it bent. And swoosh yourself down. Exhale. Inhale, you rise up. Let's do that one more time. Swoosh to the front. Bow down. Exhale. Bring it on back. Come on over and take yourself down. Back into center, releasing those arms. Rise up. Fly down and land in warrior two. Look over that front arm. Think about how you need to tighten up that warrior spirit of yours a little bit. Get it stronger. What is it? Something that's maybe you need to really work through. It's going to take a little more energy from you, right? What is that? Focus on that a bit. And then focus on your breath. And then exhale your arms down. Ooh, good. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. But before we do, come into neutral, into center, and let's pop those heels off the ground a bit. And maybe let our hands come up too. And just a little bit of releasing. Hands on thighs, slide yourself forward. Release if you'd like. Bring yourself up. Inhale. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, take it up. Exhale. Come on up. Good. And then let's just take our legs and go in and out just a bit. Good. Let's go ahead and go to the other side now. So my opposite leg comes over. That happens to be my left one. Get a block in place in case that's what I'm using when I come over. And I've got my toes facing that direction, the other toes towards you, or I extend that leg long. And I can come to heel, I can come to the flat of my foot, I can keep changing that out during this time. I can also keep changing it back into bent, okay? So it's good to, to move things around. That's why I give you all of these options. And your block is there if you've chosen to use that. Take your arms out. Feel that spread of your wings here in your warrior two, okay? Really strong arms. Feel that coming through your chest, lengthen through your spine. Have that crown of your head magnetically pulling you upright, okay? And now let's take our body one direction, back into center. Pull it on back. Bring it back. Swooshing forward. Bring yourself into center. Take yourself back. And bring ourselves right here. Good. Let's go ahead and pull forward, forward, forward. Bend into that forearm onto your thigh, or take your hand to block, right? But be somewhere, or you can attach to your own anatomy. Just don't hang there, all right? Because you may strain yourself just from that. It's better to have something that we can push upon to help us lift into that lengthening. Okay. Take some breaths here. Open up, pull that shoulder back just a bit. Come into a bit of a twist. Open-hearted here. And we come back, take bicep by your ear only if you'd like. We're breathing, right? Keep that breath going. Arm lifts up. Bring your body up. And from here, let's go ahead. Whatever arm is over that knee to the side, take it under. Cross, coming into your eagle arms. And that should feel good after having our legs or our arms extended like that. Lift up, And then turn towards the side leg and exhale, elbows into hip area. Inhale, lift. Swoosh over to that extended leg or that bent leg and bring your elbows towards your hips and your shoulders pull down. Lift up, inhale. Swoosh on back, exhale down. Lift on an inhale. Take it on back and exhale down. Bring yourself up, back into center and release those arms. Whew, exhale. Arms come out. Feeling really, really, really strong here. Take a look in this direction now. Finding that strong, yet gentle. Can we be strong and gentle at the same time? Yes, indeed. It's like being assertive in our communication rather than being aggressive, right? It's maybe taking time to think before we speak. Making sure that our words are shared with compassion. In a non-judgmental way, really push through your hands, extend through your chest. Let's take 2 more breaths with these arms really extended. And exhale, ooh, hands come down. Bring in that extended leg, if it was extended, and take both legs over to the side of your chair. So I'm going to sit sideways in that chair. I'm going to sit up straight and tall. I'm going to draw my legs into one another. I'm going to do 4 sets of cow and cat or cat and cow. You start with whichever you want. Generally, inhale is your cow and exhale is your cat. Can you pull your shoulders away from your ears? And this one, you could open your mouth wide when you look up, and you can close it when you come down, if you want. So get into that mouth area a bit too, and that jaw, help it to release. And now let's go ahead and take our hands to the back of the chair. Notice I haven't turned my torso yet. I'm just letting my hands come over that way. Maybe sliding one hand more. Then I start to feel that twist, okay? With one hand on one side and one on the other, I feel a little twist, not much. Keeping my feet planted, I'm going to go ahead and use leverage from holding onto that chair to get into a nice stretch with a really long spine. Feel that in the waistline there. Okay, keeping spine long is going to be healthier for our spine than compressing into it as we twist. We don't want to do that at all. Okay, go ahead and start to release, especially now at our age and our bone density. We want to really take those twists mindfully and maybe not as intensely as we may have earlier in our lives, okay? All right, the outside leg is going to cross over the other leg in that little cross leg position here. And from here, we're going to shoot our arms forward, lift them up, inhale. Exhale, pull down into cactus, offer heart. Lift up, inhale. And then exhale, take your leg that's on top, that arm, okay, under. Come into, yes, one more time, eagle. Raise up, inhale. Pull down, exhale, curl, tuck, and round. We're flying into a new month, flying into February, so we might as well fly like an eagle. Of course, I have a song that goes with that, but I won't share that right now. Let's pull it on down. One more. Fly like an eagle. Fly so high. Circles in the universe. Go ahead and release those arms. Raise up, inhale. On wings of pure light. Raise up, inhale. Pull down on wings of pure love. Inhale. One more, on wings of pure peace. Rise it up. Hands down. Good. Release that leg and let's turn on over to the other side of that chair. Okay. And let's take our feet together, inner thighs together, and our calves together. And let's do 4 sets. Cow and cat. Use your breath. Maybe some opening and closing of our mouth, our jaw, a little bit. One more. Good. Sitting up with the straightest spine we can find, really long here, and that includes that cervical spine. So instead of the chicken neck, which I often have, got to pull it back so that my earlobes are over my trapezius. Okay, harder to do, I know. Take hands to the chair. The more forward they are on that chair, the more forward my body's going to be. I'm going to leave one forward, take the other one, start to stretch it towards the other side of the chair. And I already feel a little twist there with my shoulders starting to open. Now I'm going to really be tall and long, squeeze my legs together, press my feet into the ground, and then take a little twist. Maybe more from the torso than down deep into the lumbar area, okay? So we're just really kind of twisting upright in that thoracic area. Take a look with your eyes. Can they come a little bit more into the twist? And then releasing ahead, slowly bringing it around. Releasing hands, coming to center here. Let's take the outside leg and cross it over. That will be the opposite leg of the one we crossed earlier. And lift up, inhale. And pull down into cactus, open up heart. Rise on up. And exhale, same arm as the leg that's on top goes under. Find your eagle arms. Fly like an eagle. Inhale. Exhale, take it on down. Inhale, lift. 3 more. Exhale it on down. Elbows come into navel area. Pull the shoulders down. All right. I know mine are creeping up too. Bring yourself up. And exhale those arms. Ooh, let them fly. Rise up. Pull down into cactus. Open heart. Yeah. Let your hands and arms go up. Pull down. Open heart. 2 more times. Rise it up. Pull it down. Take it up. Lengthen. And bring it on down. Good. Rise up. Hands come down. And let's open up to a goddess stance. Forward here, please. Toes out, heels in. And let's just take ourselves back and forth on those sits bones. Okay. Kind of pushing into the ball of my foot and up off my heel, like we've done earlier too. Good little stretches. It's another way to just sit in a chair and roll back and forth a little bit. Good. Now from here, let's go ahead and take our arms up and let's keep our feet planted evenly, because what's going to happen is the weight is going to want to come into the inside of the feet, lifting from the outside, and the knees are going to want to cave in. I have to work to keep them here. Okay, so let's keep them here. If you want, Press down, rise up here. And let's go into goddess. Exhale. Pulling up. Press down with your feet. Exhale into goddess. Inhale up. Press down with your feet. Exhale into goddess. 2 more times. Rise up. Exhale into goddess. Una vez más. Rising up. Take it on down. Inhale, lift. And guess what? Flying like an eagle. Eagle arms, one under the other. You decide. And now go and you float. Done a lot of connecting to, our bodies needing to be in a certain place to do whatever we just did. And always, always options along the way. Never any have tos, but especially now, right? Now we're just letting ourselves go, and that's what we're going to do at the dance party, okay? We're gonna just let ourselves go. Yeah. And bring those arms up, inhale. And exhale, releasing your arms. Remember which one was under and which one was up. Come on up. And before we go to the other side, so that's why I said, remember, take your arms down. Let's let our knees cave in. Now, in this internal rotation, I'm on the insides of my feet, and there's nothing wrong with this. In fact, we probably need to do more internal rotation in our day as well. So standing with our pigeon feet, right, would be a good thing to do. And just maintaining that for a little while so that our hips also get this release too, okay? And then let's go ahead and open back up and let's take that other side. We're going to do 4 goddesses. No, we already did the goddess. We're just going to do the seaweed asana. So rise up, opposite arm under, okay? And that means opposite arm on top. Rise up and let yourself flow. Are you going to get into your legs a little bit with this? Are you just going to get into the arms, waist, the head? Yeah. Dance to the beat of my own song. Wait, how is it? I'm going to dance to the beat of my own drum. I'm going to sing all the words to my own song. Release your hands. I'm going to hum to the beat or the tune of my choosing. And I'm going to sway all around because it moves me. Take your hands down. Walk those feet in so that we are all the way together here, okay? I want you to press down on your feet. I want you to take your hands right here. And I want us to press in. So you're pressing your inside of your knees together. We're using our arm strength. We're using our leg strength. We're using our gluteal strength. We're using our core strength. We're using our arm strength, shoulder strength. Everything's pressing in, right? Keep that spine nice and long. Keep pressing in. Exhale, release. Let it go. And go ahead and take your feet to hips distance. And sitting up straight and tall in mountain pose here. Few breaths, please. Let's say thank you to our spine. Let's do 4 rounds of cow and cat. You know your breath right now. You know what feels best, where to inhale and where to exhale. And you know that if I say 4 sets, that could be 3 or 5. 6. And coming back into center. Let's take our hands behind us on that chair and let's take our spine in another direction now. Press down. Squeeze shoulders, pull down, Lift heart. Really, really feel this big, big heart opener here. Maybe bigger than you've ever felt it before. That doesn't mean we have to compress into the neck. We've got to let that heart go. Let whatever keeps us heavy there be released. And then take ourselves back. And slide your hands down. And let's really let ourselves release in a forward fold here. Hands can come to blocks or they can just release to some part of your body. Let your heavy head go. So we open back. We're now opening or closing up forward. Bring yourself up slowly, especially if your head was lower than your heart. Take yourself up. Now let's go laterally lifting and slide down. Exhale. Bring yourself up. Exhale it down the other side. You guys take your rate here, okay? That's when it's kind of nice to close your eyes. Then you're not disturbed by anybody else's visual movement. You can really get into feeling into your body and your breath. This way. Let's do one more time each side, please. Maybe you found that you're able to reach down a little bit lower each time. Let your hands come down, exhale. Palms forward, and let's just be here in a few breaths. Notice if your shoulders are really kind of pulling down and back, okay, with your hands open like this. And that your ears are over those trapezius muscles. Feel tingling in your hands, that prana, life force. It's been ignited through our movements today. Through your breath. Through the beat of your heart. Two more big, as full, as slow as breaths you can muster up now. Take your arms on up, inhale. Gaze slightly lifts. Exhale, hands come into prayer to the sternum. Bow down to your true teacher, your true guide, yourself, your heart. I honor the place in you where the universe dwells. I honor that place in you where there is love and there is light and there is peace and there is joy.